Mr. Speaker, sir, there has been a great deal of public interest over the recent series of incidents, CPIB arresting and investigating a minister, MPs resigning, and before that, the allegations about the Ridout rentals. The way we have handled these incidents shows how seriously the PAP takes our responsibility of governing Singapore and being accountable to Parliament and to Singaporeans. Let me assure members, when such issues come up, we will deal with them properly and transparently, as we have done. With the Ridout rentals, when allegations of preferential treatment surfaced, the two ministers involved were thoroughly investigated, including by CPIB, and eventually fully exonerated. The investigation reports were tabled in Parliament, and we had a long session answering MPs' questions in this House. When CPIB discovered on its own that it had reason to arrest and interview a minister, it opened a formal investigation. Nobody tipped them off. There had been no public scandal. CPIB came across something that needed investigating and proceeded to do their job. When the Speaker of Parliament and a government MP fell short of the standards of propriety and personal conduct expected of them, they were asked to resign. We took some time to sort it out, probably longer than we should have, but we did what we needed to do and put the situation right. The two CPIB investigations and the response to the personal misconduct case show two aspects of how this PAP government works. One, when there is suspicion or allegation of wrongdoing in the discharge of official duties, especially possible corruption, there's zero tolerance. Two, when people slip in their personal lives, the PAP will look at the facts of each case carefully and deal with the matter as humanely and sensitively as possible according to the principles that the party has established. Systems are composed of human beings. In any system, however comprehensive the safeguards, sometimes something will still go wrong. The PAP government does our utmost to minimize that possibility. We work hard to identify the right people to bring into politics and appoint into responsible positions. We vet them carefully, test and stretch them before entrusting them with heavier responsibilities. Often they measure up, but sometimes they fall short. Occasionally, they transgress norms of conduct or commit wrongdoing. Singapore has seen corruption cases involving political office holders in the past. Mr. Tan Chuan-Jin, in 1966, he was then Minister of National Development. Mr. Wee Tun Boon, in 1975, he was then a Minister of State, I think in the Ministry of Defense. Mr. Teh Cheang Wan, in 1986, he was Minister for National Development. And earlier, in 1979, Mr. Phey Yew Kok, then President of NTUC and also an MP. All these cases were handled by Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, who was then Prime Minister, thoroughly, transparently, and applying the full force of the law. That's still how the PAP government deals with such cases. It's not changed under my charge, and it won't change under my successor either.